Shalom, welcome to Rabbi Ron in the house. Hey, it is Sukkot, Feast of Booths and Tabernacles, and I love it. I hope you do too. Listen, I got a question to begin things off. Is that for many years I used to wake up every morning and basically ask the same question. Who's this sleeping in my bed? Listen, my name is Goldberg. It's not Goldilocks. I never woke up and found bears inside my bed. Praise God, I'm grateful for that. But listen, my wife Vinu and I, we have had 5 kids. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've had 5 kids. And so for many years, during the middle of the night, a little kitty would wind up crawling into our bed. And so in the morning, I'd wake up and find somebody new in my bed that wasn't there when I went to sleep the night before. Well, listen, that's exactly what happened with the children of Israel when they were wandering in the wilderness. On Sukkot, God tells us to build a sukkah, a temporary home, to remember the people of Israel as they wandered through the wilderness for 40 years. Well, when they were out there, they used to wake up like I did quite often and say, hey, who's that sleeping in my bed? Now, sometimes it may have been one of their little kids next to the bed. It may have been a kitty, their natural human child, or it may have been a kitty cat that snuggled in them. But if they weren't so fortunate, it may have been an animal, but not a cat or a dog. In the Bible, it tells us that in the wilderness where they were for all those years, there were scorpions and snakes out there. And folks, the sukkah, a temporary dwelling that they lived in during those years, do not have permanent walls and roofs. They're just little things put together to get by, to stay there for a short period of time until God tells you to get up and go and move on and continue following the glory of God. And so therefore, it is very possible that scorpions and snakes wound up crawling into bed with them in the middle of the night. God tells us to remember the children of Israel. When we think about that, what happened there in those sukkahs, Sukkot, the plural there in those Sukkot, booths out there in the wilderness, it reminds us we have to trust in God to protect us. We can't always protect ourselves or protect our kids, our family and friends, but God can. And so one of the stories, one of the teachings there for Sukkot is to remember that we are to trust God to protect us, to take care of us. He took care of them for 40 years in the wilderness. He'll take care of us too today. Read the story of Israel wandering in the wilderness. Read the story in Leviticus 23 of Sukkot, and be blessed and encouraged that God will take care of you. He'll protect you from scorpions, snakes, and whatever else crawls into bed with you at night. Hey, we'll see you again soon with another story about Sukkot.